Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here with 14 Days of Christmas, a hop started by MK Gunn and Janet Fritz with Galaxy Girl Creations. And I have been playing off and on as much as I could through the month and decided that I would get this one done for Tuesday, the 27th. And I have these 4 pictures. 2 are, well, one's 4x4, one is a 4x6 but needs to get trimmed down, and then 2 2x2s. And I'm going to use this Echo Park, it's a gingerbread Christmas. And I have some stickers left on the back. I'd like to get some of those used up. And I was originally thought I might pull in some other things so that I could do this with along with Stash Dive Tuesday. But that's not going to happen. I literally pull only this and then some solid cardstock. So let's see how this goes. So first things first, this was my plan. I have that gingerbread paper left over from a layout I did the other day, and I thought I would base it with this red in the back because that would help that white gingerbread paper stand out. However, as I start laying everything down the way that I'm thinking I might do it, it's just not working for me. I'm not liking how drastic that red print in the background is. And then I remembered I did another layout that will be facing this of our Cookie Day 2017. And so after looking through this, debating on what I wanted to do, I looked back at that layout and I pulled out a solid black and a solid white 12 by 12 cardstock, because that layout also has a 12 by 12 black, white, and then the outside is that gingerbread paper, which is where I gutted this from. So I decided I would do the white, then the black, and then the gingerbread. That way I have that contrast. And I also decided I would use this black grid paper to mat a couple of my pictures, and then the red gingerbread, I think, paper with that one picture. So I have this cut apart, and I was going to use it in a full 4x6, but changed my mind and fussy cut it out because I wanted to mat it on that black and white like plaid paper. But once I cut it out, it didn't fit, so I trimmed off the title on there that said baking, I think it says baking the spirits bright or something like that. And so I just loved how it had all of those little baking ingredients and icons on there with the apron and the bowl and all that. Now, my kids are not actually baking in this point, but this creation, that's all I'm going to call it, was originally baked because it was a big cookie, I think. Or it could have been, it may have been gingerbread cookies, like flat, or even graham crackers. I can't remember. It was my dad's big thing. Like, he decided this was something that the kids needed to do. So he either it was one big sugar cookie or it was a cookie sheet full of graham crackers, and he had the kids ice it and then decorate it. And so it's my 2 kids and my niece and nephew, who in 2017 would have been 15, 16, somewhere in that ballpark, and like 9. I'm trying to remember. Math is not my strong suit at 3 o'clock in the morning, which is why I'm doing this voiceover. So anyway, he had this idea to get all these candies and have the kids decorate this, and it would be lovely fun, and we'd break it up like, bark candy, and it would be super tasty. Nope. So anyway, it's a nice thought, Dad. So, to be 100% honest, when I was having some issues with my tape gun today, when I pulled this picture right here of my dad working very, very hard on that cookie sheet right there, I wasn't paying very much attention because I was thinking it was him preparing the icing on this fandangled cookie thing that they made. And after I printed it and planned this layout, I realized he's making reindeer, Rudolph nose, whatever they're called. It's the Rolo and the pretzel with the M&M. But anyway, it's fine because it's the exact same spot he was when he was creating this masterpiece. So that picture, that little 2x2 picture below my dad is the final picture. It's the final outcome. This stuff was gross. Nobody wanted to eat it because if you tried to eat it, you probably pull your teeth out. So anyway, I've matted what I fussy cut of that 4x6 cut apart. I matted it on that black and white plaid, and then I took my green dauber and just inked around. And I could not tell you what green is on there. It's something Tim Holtz, and it's like an evergreen color. I can't remember the last green that I used because that's all I do is pull that out and just use it. So I got that down because I like the contrast, and with the inking it stands out a little better. And so then I am pulling the stickers off of here, and they are matted white. Like most of them have a little border of white, but I don't want that because they're not going to stand out very much on my white gingerbread paper. So I matted most of them on black. I think everything but the cookie jar, which is upside down over there on the right. And so I don't mind that the black on the right side of this gingerbread house is on black paper because it just disappears in there, but the white still keeps it separated. So that way it still stands out over the white parts. So I put that there because they created a house and then they were going to do some other fancy things from the house. Yeah, that didn't happen. I think the girls probably made it pretty, and then the boys, being wild and crazy, both of them with ADHD and probably hyped up on a lot of sugar because this was like the last thing they did that night. Yeah. I have a feeling that the boys went nuts and like coated the rest of it with candy. So it was pretty at one point. Like you can see the house outline, which the girls probably created, and yeah. So I took a 2x2 cut apart that says something about sweet. Sweet as a Christmas cookie or something. I can't see it very well. And I put the little cookie over it. It had a little gingerbread man on there, and that would have been okay. But I wanted this cookie jar because it's got candies and the cookies, and I thought that was fitting because that's exactly what they're doing. And so then I also pulled all the candy off of that sticker sheet and put it down on the black. And sometimes that it won't work because like all those little candies I'm going to put around that black border, and that's okay. I don't care. You can't tell that it's got the border on it, but it didn't need it there. I wasn't sure where it was going, so I just felt like it was better safe than sorry. If I put it down on that white gingerbread paper, it would have kind of disappeared into the paper. So now it is just going to be a red, green border around. And I did bring in a couple extra pieces from the sticker sheet. And then I felt like it needed something down here in this bottom left corner. A lot of that is because I don't do well with empty space. I've been much braver in the last probably year with the empty space, but I still have a hard time sometimes. Even with all that pattern, I felt like I needed something. So I pulled this tag from the cut apart. This is Oh What Fun, which really is fitting, and that's what I've decided to title this, even though I have that Baking the Spirits Bright or Baking the Seasons, I don't know. I can't read that. I guess I should put my glasses on and it shouldn't. Baking the Season Bright. Maybe I shouldn't do my videos at 3 o'clock in the morning after a long day. But, you know, it's fine. But I love that, and I love the polka dots on there. I thought that was really cute. So I get that on there, and, of course, I do not want to leave my tag hole naked because that's terrible. So I just grab a Paper Studio black, since obviously that color is going to work just fine for me, enamel dot, and put it on there. And I thought about making like the little, cluster of 3 here, there, and the other, but I didn't want any more black added to that cover because it's already surrounded by it. So I felt like that was enough. So here is the close-up. I hope that you all will check out all of the other creatives who are scrapping through the 14 days of Christmas. And if it ended before Christmas, oops. And if it didn't, yay. They're not telling you all. I should have gone and checked. But here is a layout just in case. And if they did end earlier, then this is just retro from last week where I didn't get a post or something. Look at those faces. I love these kids. Anyway, I hope you all will go and check out everybody else who's been participating. I hope you'll come back and see me again really soon because I'll be putting out some more videos this week. Thank you for being patient with me in my time away. Have a fantastic day and happy scrapping.